What's going on, man and gamers? It's your boy, JC Money Man. And boy, I just want to say, first of all, I achieved a milestone. I just can't believe it. I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers for helping me hit over 600 subscribers in 3 months time. I recorded my first video back in April, at the end of April. Actually, yesterday this time, April 23rd, was my first video I recorded, and I just want to say thank you. I think right now I have about 617 618 subscribers. I just can't thank you enough. I definitely want to thank all my subscribers, all my fellow commentators, man. The D&D gaming crew, MACHTHRILLA, Wayne, Chaos, Prometheusch, Mike Flores, Madden 5 Points. Of course, my big homie, Big Rye Entertainment, Gamer Guy be shouting me out. Hold it down, Gamer. I want to, just want to thank all my fellow commentators for helping me get there, man. Because every time you achieve something great in life, you can't do it by yourself. It takes a team, and I just think all y'all contributing to all my me reaching this milestone in such a short time. So I want to say thank you. So this video right here, so I'm gonna get into this video. I mean, I've been getting this request a lot. This is a depth chart setup, and how I set up my depth chart, and I definitely want to show you exactly what I do as far as setting up my depth chart. And as you can see, let's get into it. The first thing, the quarterback Andy Dalton for this team, I'm going to leave it where he is. Halfback, I like to use the fastest guy on the team, which is Bernard Scott. Ben Jarvis Green Ellis is just too goddamn slow, so I don't use him. Now we're at the receivers right now. Now, how I set up my receivers, now this is based on how I play my scheme. This might not work for everybody, but this is what I do. So I'm just going to tell you exactly how I set it up. I use my tallest receivers at the number 1 and 2 position. As you can see, AJ Green is a 6'4", Sanu is a 6'2". Okay, my fastest receivers, if you notice, if you look at the speed, my fastest receivers, I put them at the number 3 and number 4 position, no matter what team I play with. It's because that's the money route. That's the slot position. The slot position is where the money routes come in. Most of my money routes come from the slot receivers. So that's why I put my fastest guys in the number 3 and number 4 position. Most people be like, well, JC, why not 1 and 2? Well, I put my tallest receivers at number 1 and 2 because I like to get the T bag. So that's why I put my my tallest guys at number 1 and 2, so I can T bag and get that Lipton syrup in the end zone. But my fastest guys, for me to get their money, I'm putting them in the 3rd and 4th position because that's the slot position. And as you all know, I put a lot of money play videos out there. All right, now tight end. Let's get to the next position. Tight end. I'm gonna keep Mr. Gresham right there because he's got an 83 speed. My whole scheme is based on speed. My offense and defense. I know a lot of people look at the overall, but I'm here to tell you that don't mean shit. Overall don't mean shit to me, but what does count in this game is speed. As you can see, Gresham, he's already the person that's the fastest. I don't have to change him. But there is one thing that does matter with tight ends. One attribute I do look at is the catch in traffic. Tight ends have to have good catch in traffic. And as you can see, Gresham, his catch in traffic is pretty decent. His is an 88 speed. He has the highest catch in traffic as well. So I don't need to change him. I'm going to keep Jermaine Gresham right where he is. Okay, but other than that, I'm looking at speed. Alright, everyone's not going to agree with this video. It's okay, but I'm just telling you what JC does and what makes me so successful. Because a lot of people ask me, hey JC, you're pretty decent. I'm not the best, I'm decent. Let me repeat, I'm not the best, I'm decent. But this is why. This is what contributes to what I do on the field. Right guard is also something you want to look at. Now, the reason why you want to have the fastest right guard in the number 1 position is a lot of people don't even realize when you're doing those halfback screens, it's that right guard that's pulling over there to help with those blocks for the halfback. All right. So if you're having a hard time doing screens, halfback screens, check the speed of the right guard and see what his speed is. If his speed is low, as you can see, this guy is a 60. My other right guard, let me see, I don't even see him right now. Don't matter because I got the fastest guy in there. But just put a faster right guard in there. If you have someone with like a 50-something speed, but you got someone with a 60, 65, put that right guard in there and see if that helps you out with the difference of you throwing those screens. Because, it's that right guard that's pulling over there to that side of the field to help out with those blocks for you to run him for your running back to get that screen off successfully. So, that's why I have my fast right guard at the number 1 position. Matter of fact, I have the fastest right guard I have in my depth chart at the #1 position because definitely I like to run my screens. As you all know, I got a couple of money play screens that I use, and that is because I play for fastest right guard at the #1 position. Right now, like I said, my whole scheme is based on speed. All right, the next position I'm going to talk about is I'm going to skip the left end and the right end right now, and I'm going to go to the defensive tackle. Okay, this is a very important position because a lot of people, most people watching this video, everyone knows how to do some type of A-gap or nano in this game, and that has to do with the person you have at this position right here, the defensive tackle. Now, usually your fastest defensive tackle, usually your fastest lineman is going to be either the left end or the right end, not the D tackle. I put my fastest lineman, okay, D lineman at the #1 position for D tackle. As you can see in this case, it's Carlos Dunlop. Now, it's very important that you know the position of these D tackles. Your #1 D tackle is the guy that's lined up on the left side of the field at D tackle. The #2 guy in #2 position on the depth chart is the D tackle that's lined up on the right side of the field. Now, majority of the A gaps in this game comes from the right side D tackle. So you might want to have your fastest D tackle in the #2 position. You might want to have your fastest lineman, which is usually a left end or right end, at the #2 defensive tackle position, because most of the A gaps, like 4-3 over plus and so forth like that, they come from the second D tackle position. But in my case, I leave Geno Atkins there. He's a 7.3 speed. He works for me. He gets in all the time. So, I leave him there. So you're either going to have your fastest D tackle in the #1 or #2 position. A lot of my A gaps come from the left side D tackle. So that's why I got Carlos Dunlop in the #1 position, like my 4-3, like my 4-4, or my 4-3, all my blitzes that I do. A lot of the times it comes from my left side D tackle. So I put him, Dunlop, in the #1 position. A lot of you all might have to put him in the #2 position because a lot of A gaps come from the right side D tackle. Okay, so that's why I got my 2 defensive tackles there in those positions. So have your fastest in the #1 and the #2 position if you're going to be doing nanos and if you like to get some A gaps coming through. Now let's go back to the defensive end position. Now in this position, I like to have linebackers. Don't ask me why. I like having linebackers, although they might be someone faster on the lineup. I like linebackers at the ends for 2 reasons. One, every now and then I might play some fag D. You might have to go on max coverage. If someone's playing 5 wide and they keep beating you, you might have to start playing some fag D. So why not put someone there that's going to have some good agility and good speed, to help you. Now, remember, I don't put my starting linebackers in this position. That's a no-no. I want to put some linebackers that's sitting on the line, that's like, on the bench in this position. I'm not going to put my starting linebackers there. That'd be crazy. So in this case, you can see I put Mr. Burfus is there, whatever his name is, Burch, whatever. Burfus I got him at the left end position. He's at 72 speed. And another thing is your linebackers are usually faster than your defensive ends. So in this case, he has a 74 speed. As you can see, I put him there. And like I said, if I have to take some fag D, he's going to be my linebacker that's lined up on the right side of the field. He's going to be my right end. Because I got to play fag D to the line on the side of the field. I'm going to most likely get me a user pick, boy. And he might be able to get a pick 6 for me. So that's why I got linebackers at my defensive end position. Now, you all know, you see me I get quite a few picks in my games. Is because sometimes I do play fag D's and I got these linebackers there. My right end position here, as you can see, I have another linebacker, Mr. Emmanuel Lamour. He's at 82 speed. Now, I do have Mr. Michael Johnson, who's at 84 speed. He actually is faster. But it's just the fact that linebackers are usually more aggressive and they're more agile than defensive linemen. That's why I like linebackers there no matter what. So as you can see, I have Lamore there. You might be able to leave Michael Johnson there for those who want to use him because he has an 84 speed and he's also a lot taller. But in my case, I just like linebackers. I just like the thought of a linebacker being there, that he can catch that user pick and just take off and get the pick 6 on me. So that's why I got linebackers at defensive ends. Now, this is what works for me. This might not be the best advice, but this is what works for me, and I hope you can learn something from this. But this is what works for JC Money. Alright? Let's get to the next position. Now, the next position pretty much is my defense. This is what I do. Based on what I play, the next position I'm getting ready to talk about is my whole defense. And pretty much we're going to get right into it right now. It is the right... Let's see, hold on. I'm just like scrolling through here and just messing around with this thing here. I forgot how... Okay, it's R2. I can hit R2 to switch the players. Alright, let's see here. Yada, 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 yada. We're looking at everyone's speed. Okay, here we go. Alright. My next position we're going to talk about is the right outside linebacker position. Okay? My fastest linebacker that's in my lineup in my depth chart goes in this position. Well, JC, why do you do that? 2 words for you. 4-3 over. On the 4-3 over, okay, your linebacker is lined up on the left side of the field. He's on the line, lined up on the left side of the field, which is your right outside linebacker. Okay, the right outside linebacker is a linebacker on the left side of the screen. I want my fastest linebacker there because when I set up my 4-3 over, he's coming in blazing. He's coming in like Knight Rider. You don't even see him. You just gonna boom. You just gonna feel him when he hits you. So as you can see here, Mr. Dante Mock has a 90 speed. I don't give a shit about his overall. He's an overall 61. I could care less, but that boy be laying that wood and he be causing them fumbles. That's all I need him to do. I'm not gonna use him, so it don't matter what his overall is. Okay. I got him at the 61 overall. Who cares? He has a 90 speed. My fastest linebacker goes in this position because the 4-3 over, as you all know, that's that defense most of the whole game. The 4-3 over. So I could ask JC, what defense do you play? I don't mind telling you. You know, this is what I play. I play the 4-3 over and the 4-3 under 80% of the game. Okay, and that's what I use. And I use it against 3 wide, 4 wide, 5 wide, even 10 wide. I'm in the 4-3 over under. And it works. It works for me. So this is why my fastest linebacker is in that position. Now my next position is the left outside linebacker. My next fastest linebacker goes in that position. Let's take a wild guess. The 4-3 under. As you can see, Manny Lawson, the left outside linebacker is lined up on the right side of the field. So when I'm in a 4-3 under, now I got an 89 speed coming at you. Gonna hit you with that sonic boom. So I got Manny Lawson there because 89 speed, that's all gravy, baby. He's gonna cause some fumbles, get some great sacks, and this is why my linebackers are set up the way they are, because the type of defense I play when I'm in. So everyone does not play the 4-3 over under, so it might not work for you. But this is how I set up my defense, and you see why I set up the way I do, because this is how what works for me. Alright? Now the middle linebacker, as you can see, now my least fastest person, or the next fastest person, I'm gonna put at middle linebacker. 90% of people who play Madden like their fastest first linebacker to be in the middle. For me, that doesn't matter because I'm going to use him myself anyway. I'm either going to use it a middle linebacker or I'm going to use it a safety. To me, personally, overall doesn't mean shit. It depends on your user skills. So if you're going to use him, it doesn't matter what the overall is. It's going to matter how you use the person. So this is why I got Thomas Howard there. He's the next person in line. But he has decent attributes. His overall is 79. His speed is 87. So I really didn't lose much by setting up my defense the way they are. But then again, Cincinnati is just a bomb team on defense. They got some great stuff out there. So that's the next person. All right, here we go. Cornerback. Now this is I know I'm gonna get a lot of questions on this because this is where I make a lot of what's the word for it? Some crazy adjustments right here. All right, now as you can see, I got Pac-Man Jones at the #1 position. It's supposed to be Terrence Newman, but I got Pac-Man Jones there, and I'm gonna explain to you why. This position, what matters most in the cornerback position, overall doesn't mean shit. Okay, it's the height and speed. Although Terrence Newman is faster, I have him at the #3 position is because I have Terrence Newman at the #1 position for free safety. My fastest DB, okay, whether it's a cornerback or whoever, my fastest DB, I use them at free safety. I use Terrence Newman at free safety because he has a 97 speed. That boy got some rockets with some legs, okay? So in replace, I put Reggie Nelson, okay, because he's got a 92 speed, and I use Pac-Man Jones. As we all know, Reggie Nelson, his overall is only a 71, and he's a free safety, but it don't matter. He got that 92 speed. He can keep up with his defender. That's all that matters. Even with Seahawks, I don't use Brandon Browner. I take Brandon Brown out, and I put in Ray Parker, because Brandon Brown only has 88 speed, and Ray Parker has 95. That boy be doing his thing. Okay? As you can see, Terrence Newman, I have him at free safety. The reason I have my fastest DB at free safety is because when someone's throwing that ball and they throw a bomb, your free safety is the last resort to go to help you stop that play. So that way, you know, no one gets a deep pass off over you. A lot of people wonder why they get bombed a lot. It's because they got a slow person at free safety. My fastest DB is at free safety. And this is the person who I use her most of the game. As you all know, if you watch my Cincinnati games, I use Terrence Newman a lot, and I get the user pick a lot with Terrence Newman. Now, I really can't explain it for you how to get better on user skills. You just have to go out there and just do it. I was garbage at one point in time. I think I'm still need to do some more work, but this is how I got pretty decent, is by making these adjustments. It's basing my whole game on speed. I just stopped looking at overall. I started looking at speed, and that's how my game just changed pretty much overnight. So I got Terrence Newman at free safety, and it's pretty much, I've done wonders with this. And because a lot of people ask, hey JC, you know, what's your setup for Cincinnati? So this is it. All right, so the next position is a strong safety, Taylor Mays. I'll be a fool to take that boy out of that position. You want to have someone with high hit power. Taylor Mays is probably the highest hit power in the game. I think it's got a 91 hit power, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and the two attributes that matter most at strong safety is hit power and zone coverage. So as you all know, Taylor Mays bring the wood. He just like Cam Chancellor. I do not take them boys out of that position. Usually the strong safety, I don't really mess with them. I always leave them where they are because they got the hit power and the zone coverage, usually the highest one. That's why they're in that position. So I don't even mess with my strong safety. I usually leave them right where they are. I don't really mess with them. Now the free safety, I'm going to switch all day. I'm going to put the fastest DB at free safety, but strong safety I usually don't touch. So I leave them right there. Now the next position is the kick return. I usually throw them out of my slot receivers there. I like to have someone at least 95 speed to be at kick return, you know, so that way they can go ahead and, you know, bring that ball down the field. But like I said, as you know, I also play with the Raiders as well, and I think I got Jacoby Ford running the ball back. You know, that boy's speed is crazy, Knight Rider speed. So these are my adjustments, and I use the same concept on most teams I play with in my depth chart, because I'm getting a lot of questions and a lot of requests about me doing a depth chart video for Cincinnati, and this is my depth chart video. I use the same concept with every team I play with. So you know, if you just try it out, see how it works for you. And once again, I just want to appreciate y'all for helping me get to over 600 subs in only 3 months' time. It's phenomenal. I'm going to keep giving y'all what y'all want. Please let me know what you want in these videos. All my fellow commentators, got much love for y'all, man. Let's get to the top together. Appreciate the love, man. And hey, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. It's your boy, JC Money Man. Peace out. Thank you.